Hello, Ungoogleable. Welcome to your
Ryan,
life. Today is unusual. Please welcome
Tom Min Wen, and Rosa Laura Argan. Let's have a moment of silence and honoring these individuals.
Excusez-moi, à Sébastopol, pour l'unité avec la Russie, il y avait 123% des habitants qui votaient pour la Russie.
Thank you. To all of our graduates.
C'était une farce.
To all these graduates, I hope you recognize the contributions made by our faculty and staff of the university for your education, and take pride and stand and stay in the same
to go to law school at the University of Virginia. I was once again entering foreign territory. Fear marked my decision to leave my law practice to join the burgeoning presidential campaign of the then little-known governor of Arkansas. If truth be told, I did that on the advice of a wise mentor, but I also did it to follow my heart because my boyfriend was set to join the campaign too. But that's another story and another speech. Back to fear. 12 years ago, I heard some of the most frightening words anyone could ever expect to hear.
Cancer.
You have cancer.
Yeah.
Yes, at every big fork in the road in my life, at every point of my career, I've known fear. A lot of people say fear is good. Eleanor Roosevelt said we should do one thing every day that scares us. I'm really not so sure about that, but what I am sure of is that you can't let fear stop you. You can't let it stop you from facing those who don't think you belong, because we can't let the prejudices and meanness of others stand in our way. And besides, in the end, you might just win them over. I think I did. You can't let fear stop you from making moves, literally or figuratively. And most importantly, you can't let fear stop you from living your life with or without cancer. As Maria Shriver once said, courage is walking through your fears with faith. So with a little courage and a lot of faith, here I go with the rest of this commencement speech. To get my juices flowing, you probably can tell that I read some other commencement speeches. In fact, I read a lot of them. Most dispense sage advice for the starting of your next chapter, for the next phase of your life where you're going to enter the real world. Before getting to that what you're going to do, what you're going to be future, let's take a pause. In fact, a great commencement speech talks about the power of the pause. Maria Shriver said to the students of USC, today I have one wish for you. Before you go out and press that last fast forward button, I'm hoping that you'll have the courage to first press the pause button. Pausing allows you to take a beat, to take a breath in your life. She went on to say, I didn't invent this stop everything and pause idea. Jesus fasted for 40 days and 40 nights in the desert. Henry David Thoreau went to Walden Pond. Anne Morrow Lindbergh went to the sea. Buddha, Gandhi, Mother Teresa, the greatest and wisest have often stopped and paused. And the wisdom they garnered from that pause and then they shared with us impacted the world. So don't worry, I'm not going to ask you for 40 days and 40 nights. I'm just going to ask you to stop every so often, turn these off, look up, look around, pause and check in with yourself and spend a moment there. I want to spend a moment, and I want you to spend a moment taking this in. Recognize what you've done and why we are celebrating you, all of you. College graduation is not a given. Only 7 to 9% of the world's adults have a college degree. Of course, the picture is much better in California and the U.S. as a whole. But when we look at the least affluent among us, only about 1 out of 10 Americans held 4-year degrees by the have
was
those
a
8
wonderful
a.m.
day.
classes after long
Please
nights
come
of
back
drinking.
tomorrow.
You
Red,
overcame real
Blue. Green.
mic check 1, 2.
Congratulations. You reject the good enough. You reject words like symbolism and postmodernism. Obsolescence is not part of your vocabulary. Every night, every day, every step of the way. The diktat of fashion. The agenda of the color wheel. Gone. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. I repeat. It takes more than a pretty face to catch your attention. Good. That is very good. We are source decoded. For you. For the most perfect moisturizer. The most advanced cosmetic lineup. Scientifically proven, scientifically tested. For you.
Congratulations. Calibration completed.